And welcome back. This is Nick Siekierski, researchteacher.com. It is a beautiful day by October standards in Warsaw, Poland, and today I wanted to review a book that I think is just really insightful and timely, especially given the presidential election. But the book is MAGA Mindset, Making You and America Great Again by Mike Cernovich. And for the benefit of the YouTube viewers, I'm going to show you the awesome cover here by Ben Garrison, the political cartoonist, and this will be on the post along with the review. And so a few words about Mike Cernovich. Mike Cernovich is a mindset expert. He's the proprietor of dangerandplay.com. He is also a freelance journalist, a documentary filmmaker, a general, you could say, life coach type guy. He's very positive, ambitious. He himself is a case study in how to apply the principles of mindset and going after what you want to achieve your goals at a smaller level, you can say, than Donald Trump. And that's exactly the subject of the book. It's an analysis of the mindset that propelled Donald Trump to his current state as being on the verge of winning the presidency of the United States. Of course, anything is possible, anything could happen, but just getting to this point is really an amazing story, given that Trump was not a politician until a year ago, and he really has beaten all the odds to achieve a lot. Why don't I go ahead and I'll just read the quick short Amazon review that I did for the book, and that is: Mike Cernovich is the world's leading mindset expert. He practices what he preaches. MAGA Mindset, and of course MAGA stands for, so that's Trump's slogan, Make America Great Again, offers a compelling analysis of the political, cultural, and social forces that propelled Trump, as well as his extraordinarily ambitious mindset that has led him to the brink of winning the presidency of the United States. Perhaps more importantly, Cernovich gives readers Donald Trump's mindset blueprint to follow to make their own lives exceptional. At a meta level, this book is a clarion call for the ordinary citizen to make America great again by individually, by the millions, leading lives of great purpose and meaning. If Trump wins and his supporters recognize that they have their own part to play in the master plan, there is no limit to what can be accomplished. And as the saying goes, and it goes, it's something that Mike writes early in the book, he who controls his mindset controls his destiny. And I think that is something that certainly describes Donald Trump, whether you're for or against him. This is a man who has basically visualized himself reaching that ultimate goal of becoming the President of the United States, and through this persistence and a lot of other factors, of course, he has reached a very high level, running perhaps the most successful presidential primary campaign in American political history, at least in the last century. I don't know the history of earlier campaigns very well, but this is certainly something exceptional in political history, to come from the private sector and to basically take the media landscape by storm. And Trump is unapologetically masculine. He's someone who is not shy or ashamed of saying that he's a man. That, of course, there have been these incidents or scandals that have been tried to destroy him with him and women, but I don't think it's credible at all to call Trump a misogynist. I think, if anything, he's someone who loves women to an even greater extent than the average man does. Trump, he broke the stranglehold that political correctness has on American politics, and this is an important point, because no other candidate in recent history, at least as long as political correctness has really taken hold, it's no longer a joke. It's like the dominant culture of Western civilization, especially in the United States, where you can't say certain things, or if you discuss certain topics, you're labeled a racist or a misogynist or any other criticism in order to shut you down, to not address the argument, to not have a dialogue with you on productive terms, but just to really destroy you. And Trump said no to that. He said, no, we don't have time for political correctness. We're going to do things differently. Now, some people think that's horrible. I'm of the opinion that's wonderful, because political correctness has really stifled the intellectual environment in the United States, especially on university campuses, where it's just really a one-sided, progressive, leftist worldview that dominates. And if you're a conservative, if you're on the right, and you try to bring up things from a different perspective, you're shunned, you're ridiculed, you're made fun of, you're basically, you're given lower grades. I personally got lower grades for writing critically against communism, for example, back when I was in college. But Trump is the first candidate to really say no to this, and people are responding tremendously. Both the Democrats and the Republicans support mass immigration. This is the key political issue of the campaign. I believe that Trump is tapping into what is known as the Middle American radicals. You could say this is a larger part of the Middle American Revolution, a concept that's been developed since the 70s by people like Donald Warren and later Samuel Francis. This is basically the middle class that has gotten screwed over by globalism on one side, and the massive welfare state that has been fueling the rise of the underclass, you can say, in the United States, which lives quite comfortably compared to the middle class as far as the amount of benefits that are given for not working. Even if you're an illegal alien, which Trump has made a focus of his campaign, you get great benefits. In some cases, that's even better than what our veterans get. So this is an unacceptable situation that Trump himself has fully taken on and decided to go after. Mike's central theme in this book, and it's not just all about Trump, it's about you. I mean, that's what the subtitle is all about. The MAGA Mindset, making you in America great again. And this is how Mike organizes his book. Basically, you have the first part, which is on the social and political factors like immigration, political correctness, all of these things that Trump jumped into and capitalized on. Next, he organizes it in terms of what Trump's mindset is and his singular focus on achieving his goals, and how that works, and how the power of positive thinking, which he was influenced by Norman Vincent Peale in the Presbyterian Church in Manhattan, where Trump went as a young boy with his family, how that influenced his mindset, his determination, his positivity. And then Mike goes into how you can basically use what Trump used to achieve those goals. He lists 10 of the principles to Trump's mindset. Basically, they're think big, imagine reality using visualization, treat failure as preparation for success, maintain your momentum, keep your energy high with passion and enthusiasm, focus, keep pushing until you get what you want. Do not take no for an answer. Think positive, stay informed to recognize opportunity, and lastly, use affirmations. And here we have in quotes, survive until 95. That was one of Trump's affirmations, basically statements that he repeated on a daily basis to emphasize to him that this was important. And it meant survive until 95, which was the year 1995, when he anticipated that his financial troubles would be through. He, of course, lost a huge fortune, but then was able to build it back up again. And this is basically a part of his mindset, and how he applied his mindset to the circumstances that he found himself in. There are other factors that Mike goes into in his book about Trump's success. The largest factor, you could say, as far as the media goes, is, of course, there's huge bias against Trump, and Trump has faced the largest assault of dishonest reporting, of people being paid by the Democrat Party to cause fights and violence at his riot so that the media can then point at that and then criticize Trump about it. He's faced just huge, even from his own party, criticism. You could say that certain Republicans have been more critical of Trump than they have been of Barack Obama during the 8 years of his campaign. What Trump has done is that he's blown up the traditional news cycle. What the news cycle used to be is that the media would report a story, and then the media would report on the reactions of various people to that report. And this was just a cycle that kept going, and the media would always choose what it wants to talk about. Trump bypassed the media using social media. He has a combined 12.5 million followers, Twitter and Facebook mostly, and he was able to directly message to his supporters to tell them about what was important to him, the issues he wanted to focus on, and things that the media wouldn't cover at all. That's how the media had its powers. They could totally ignore various things. For example, the corruption of Hillary Clinton, the massive influx of illegal aliens and the cost on our economy, legal immigration even, how there's a huge amount of people coming into the United States and it's not necessarily in the benefit of the country if people are coming in and taking jobs that Americans should be the ones who have priority for. And Trump has such a strong reach. He's basically like his own media company, you can say, and that has circumvented the news media, which is at the least trusted state in its history. People do not trust the media, and it's obvious because they've come out in a very partisan fashion against Trump. Trump's messages are direct to his followers. They are an ongoing dialogue, you can say, and there's no media filter anymore. Mike coined the term mediocracy. It's in that, how can we have a democracy if the media is the filter for all information, and it's a very obviously biased and unaccountable filter. Donald Trump's mindset is a universal way for people to improve their lives. And one of the powerful quotes that Mike has here from Trump is that your belief generates the power, the skill, the energy to succeed at achieving your goals. Donald Trump. I believe that's from The Art of the Deal, but it could have been from any number of his other books. He has a number of these very powerful motivational books, and I think that's a whole nother spectrum that's being missed by the ongoing political campaign, which has been very anti-Trump, is that Trump is really the first mindset candidate that we've had. This is really a classic American mentality of singular focus to a big goal, working every day for it, taking all kinds of setbacks but never laying down, and just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing forward. Honestly, I think just about any other candidate facing this kind of pressure that Trump has faced would have folded by now, but Trump really has something unique in his character that has pushed him forward to this point. This, of course, doesn't mean that Trump is a perfect candidate. He has his flaws like anyone does. There's no perfection to be found. But Trump has really created a new path, I think, that's going to be studied for years to come, regardless of the outcome of this election. I'll conclude basically with what Mike's recipe for success is, and that is that success is the result of vision plus momentum. You have to have an overall plan that you're driving towards, a goal that you want to accomplish, but you have to work every day for it, whether you want to be a blogger or a podcaster or a historian or a great lawyer or a great teacher or someone that's going to just be the best father that they can be, or the best boyfriend or husband or wife, that type of thing. You have to work at it every day. Affirmations are something that will help you to emphasize this every day. So you might tell yourself that, I'm a great speaker, I'm a great manager. You customize it to yourself, and Mike goes into more detail in the book about how you can do that. He is also the author of another book, which I highly recommend, which is Gorilla Mindset, which is his mindset magnum opus. I think the best book that you're going to find on the subject. So that is MAGA Mindset by Mike Cernovich. I highly recommend it. It is not only a timely analysis of the Trump campaign, probably better analyzed than any other source is going to give you analysis of Trump, because it is not only analytical, but it is practical. You can apply these principles to your own life. And it may sound kind of corny if you're not used to the idea that, you can shape your future through certain ways of thinking and actions, but it really is possible. Mike, the author of the book, is a perfect example of this. Has over 100,000 Twitter followers now. He has sold over 50,000 books as a self-published author. He is hugely influential in media, and he's someone that I've been following for about 5 years. So I've seen step by step how he's grown his brand, how he's become the figure that we see now. You can buy MAGA Mindset on Kindle through Amazon.com as well as paperback. I'll leave the link for the book in the post at researchteacher.com, the review for the book, and I recommend that you check it out. It's the cutting edge of political, cultural, and social analysis with a very important psychological element that I think gives it a fullness and dynamism that you're just not going to find anywhere else. It's high-level stuff, and it's very impressive that a guy who's 38 years old has achieved as much as he has and has this perceptive and insights into the world as it works today. I think whether you're a Trump fan or not, this is the best information you can get if you really want to try to understand this phenomenon that is impacting the world now and may have a big impact on America in the coming 4 or maybe even 8 years. MAGA Mindset by Mike Cernovich. And this is Nick Shikarsky, researchteacher.com. If you like this podcast, please leave me a review on iTunes. Talk to you guys later. I am out.